Hey guys, well, today I got another Bad Avenue story for you. You're gonna like this one. I get a lot of emails saying you want more Tommy Karate stories. And I understand Tommy Karate was a character. In all honesty, he was a serial killer. He was well respected on the street, became an acting captain in the Banana Crime Family. He had his own little crew, Kojak, Billy Bright, Frank Ganji, and he was fearless. People feared him, and in the street, you have to have people like that are killers, because you're going up against other killers. Now, I know there's a lot of good wise guys out there, but when you talk to a guy like Tommy Karate, he only respects fair. He don't respect gentlemen like people. So when I first met Tommy Karate, Paulie G brought me to the Just Us Lounge. Now, Just Us Lounge is located on Avenue West, West 9th, West 10th, around there. That's where my whole family is from, that side of the neighborhood. My mother ended up moving to Beth Avenue, and that's where I grew up. Tommy grew up on the Gravesend side of the neighborhood. So I was originally from Beth Avenue. Tommy grew up in Gravesend, that area. So when I first met Tommy Karate, I was with Paulie G. Paulie G brought me to Just Us Lounge. I was dating some girl, Alexandra, from Queens. She was Dominican and Spanish. I met her in 87, 88. And me and Paulie G double dated. So we go to Just Us Lounge. And I didn't know Tommy. I heard of him. And I know he had a reputation. And the things I heard of him, I'll tell you the truth, I was very afraid of him, because he's a guy, in all honesty, you don't know what's going to happen if you're in his company. If the guy don't like you, he could probably just put a bullet in your head and start chopping you up and get rid of you easy. Or he could take a liking to you, and he could be funny at times. So Paulie G and we go to Just Us Lounge. He's with some other girl. Her name was Cynthia. She was from, I think, 12th Avenue, 13th Avenue. And we sit down at a table. Now, you walk in Just Us Lounge. When you walk in to the right, you have all kinds of tables. When you to the left, you have a bar, and in the back, Tommy Karate has a little office. Now, at that time, Linda was bartending. Linda with Big Angie's friend Linda in the TV show. She was the bartender at that time. She was very cool with Tommy Karate, and she used to bartend. So as soon as we walk in, we saw Linda. Hi, Linda. How are you? How's everything? So Tommy's in the back. Paulie G says, Jimmy, come over here. The girls sit down on the side of the table, and I meet Tommy Karate. So Paulie G walks up to Tommy. Tommy, I'm saying, this is Jimmy. I said, hey, Tommy, nice to meet you. Now, when I met Tommy, I gave him a strong handshake. Now, when I was a kid growing up, the older guys always told me, when you shake someone's hand, you give him a firm grip and you give a tight handshake, because you don't give sloppy handshakes. Like some guys just give you the hand and there ain't no firm grip, there ain't no muscle to it. So when I shook Tommy Karate's hand, I shook his hand and I gave him a firm grip. And he says, whoa. He says, what are you doing? Trying to, that's the way I grew up, to hold someone's hand and give him, a good handshake. And he said, whoa. He said, mate, you are a bunch of gits. So he called me a git. And I looked at Paulie G. I said, a git? I'm saying, what's a git? He said, you guys are gangsters in training. So that's what he called me, a gangster in training. So being in his company, we had a couple laughs. Paulie G had a pistol on him. Paulie G always had a pistol on him. He's the one who made us all started carrying pistols. Once Polio was killed, we didn't leave the house without a pistol. We didn't know what happened to Polio. We heard all kinds of stories. And then eventually it came out later that Georgie Conti killed him. But at first we thought it was Mikey Hamster because he was taking credit for it. But this is a time when me and Joey Calco shoots Michael Hamster. I go to Manhattan and Joey Calco goes to Italy. And Paulie G is coming to Manhattan, picking me up, and we're going to Brooklyn, driving around, smoking a little weed in the car. And we go see Tommy, and Paulie G tells Tommy Karate the story with me, and Tommy Karate ends up helping me out and goes to talks to Georgie Chico. Now, before Tommy Karate helped me out, my uncles also worked in Midtown Collision on McDonald Avenue. Next door to Midtown Collision was Michael DeSantis' shop, Concept Collision. And my uncles worked for Mike DeSantis, and some of my uncles worked for Midtown Collision. Now, the guy in Midtown Collision, he was related to Carmine LaMendoza. Carmine LaMendoza is a captain in the Gambino crime family at that time. He was a multi-millionaire. He carried a lot of weight, and he had a lot of respect. My Uncle Tubby went to go talk to him for me when I got into trouble, and he also went to go talk to Giorgio Chico. And he came back to my uncle and said, I spoke to them, but do not trust anyone. That was what he came back to tell my uncle. My uncle told me. And then at that time, Mike DeSantis went to go talk to Giorgio Chico and went to Sparrow's Club to make sure everything was okay with me. Now, my mother's sister, Carol, my Aunt Carol, married Frankie DeSantis. That's Michael DeSantis' brother. And I was close with the DeSantis growing up. I was a young kid. When I was a kid, I even worked for Michael DeSantis in Concept Collision for a little while, in and out. My brother John worked for him. My cousins worked for Michael DeSantis. And he was always a good guy, Michael DeSantis. He was always a fair guy, and he was always one of the better guys in the neighborhood. And then also, Tommy Karate goes to talk to Giorgio Chico. Now, when Tommy Karate goes to talk to Giorgio Chico, the kid Michael Hamster is in the club with John Dunn and Bobby DeChico. And Paulie G goes with Tommy Karate, and he tells Giorgio Chico that, you know, Jimmy Calandra's from the neighborhood all his life. This kid killed his friend John Polio, and he's going to come back to the neighborhood. And if there's a problem, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let these kids loose on this kid Michael Hamster. And Giorgio Chico knew he was talking to a maniac, Tommy Karate. But Tommy Karate also had to respect Giorgio Chico. So it came down to, okay, you know what? We have no problem with the kid Jimmy. Joey Calco was the one who pulled the trigger. And, you know, Jimmy could come back around. So Tommy also told me, don't trust them, you know, carry your balls, meaning your gun. You know, so he taught us a lot of things, and he always was there for us. Every time we had a beef, Tommy Karate stepped in and helped us out. So when you have a guy like Tommy Karate in your corner, in all honesty, you in my corner was Tommy Karate. And looking back, Tommy Karate was a serial killer, and the crew he had did a lot of damage. Now, every time I was in his company, I definitely was afraid of him. You know, Paulie G was friendly with him, and Paulie G used to laugh with him, and I laughed with him a couple times, but I never really wanted to be in his company at nighttime. There was a couple times we went to his club on Fifth Avenue, and Frank Ganji be walking around with a fedora, a red hat with a feather sticking out. And those are times like I didn't want to be around these people because everyone was doing cocaine. And when I was a kid also growing up, I did a little cocaine. And, you know, we would get paranoid. And you didn't want to be around these people. So, you know, that's my story with Tommy Karate. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. I'm looking to make my channel grow. And eventually, I got other things coming in the works. Well, I wish everyone a good day. It's Wednesday. Friday night, I'm going to be on New Year's Eve and do a video. Hopefully you could come on. We could chop it up. We'll talk about 2021 going into 2022, what your goals are and what your plans are for the next year to come. You know, time goes by so fast, and you know, I'm at the stage of my life I need to get something done. I'm 52 years old. I'm not getting any younger, just getting older. And I want to be successful. I want to put God in my life. I want to write my book, hopefully make a film. So I have a lot of things I want to do as far as goals, just to let you guys know where I stand. So with that said, I wish everyone a good Wednesday. Until my next video, I'll see you again. Bye.